Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here. I'm going to do a general reading. May or may not apply to you. You should feel right away if it does or doesn't. It's timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it, if you see a number, or an animal that's significant to you, that means something, it's called a synchronicity. I'm kidding. I don't mean to talk to you like you're stupid. I really, really don't. That's like ignorant. Anyways, let's see. Maybe somebody's been talking down to you. So I'm going to do it weirdly, which if it's your first time here, you don't know what weird is for me. So, pay no mind, but I'm going to start with an animal spirit card. There was something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, think of it. Wow, shut up. Dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your dignity, is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Why can I not talk? Okay. And it's a dragon. That's not even a real animal. So it's the supernatural card. Starting out here, I'm talking about synchronicities. I keep mixing up my words, right? I started off sort of condescending. So maybe something like that is going on with you and you're like, yo, I'm fucking awesome. I'm badass, but you're doubting it or something. I like some sage. Because this card is saying that you're magical, you're a master, you're rising. It's a fucking dragon. I have a dragon. I can hear it sometimes. So this is sort of a cool story. Like wherever I've lived, and then there were about 3 years where I didn't have it because I didn't live on the top floor. I just had noisy humans above me. But I like I would hear my dragon settling in for the night to protect me. So it started like 4.5 years ago, probably. And then it happened for about a little over a year and a half. And then for about 2 years there, I lived on the first floor of an apartment building. So I didn't really hear it anymore, but that's all right because I didn't so much need the constant reminder of the dragon protection, but I live on a third floor now and I'm hearing my dragon again. So I wonder where it slept when I was living on the first floor, maybe outside my window. It was still there. So anyway, okay. Yeah, see, this is not really lighting up. Maybe we're not really lit up. There's something off. We're just off. What's up with that? Why do we need to be reminded how badass we are? Okay. And I also want to do something. This is kind of the weird thing. This is a Gypsy Witch deck. And there's a whole special way to read this deck, which I am not versed in. So I'm just going to pull a couple of them and see what comes out and see how that plays into the reading. But definitely look for synchronicities because, and this is talking about magical, like magical energy. You're a shapeshifter. Mastery is your destiny. All right, we're going to take these out. There is no number on this card. There is a moon. Ooh, you know what I like about this? So behind it, look how it's like shaped like scary dragons, but they're not real. They're like wisps of air. They're an illusion. So maybe we're afraid of something and we don't need to be. I'm gonna do 2 of these. Number 52, it's a Jack of Spades. And it says, the shepherd indicates an intense love of life and strong fellow feeling. It makes me think of the Knight of Pentacles, actually, like just that, that strong earthy energy, even though, anyway, the Jack of Spades, it's actually Jack of Swords. Yeah. Shepherd. We're working on something. We're hard at work. Maybe we're like an intense love of life and strong fellow feeling. Okay, so maybe we're collaborating with others, or we're doing hard work in service of others, but we're off kilter somehow. Like, am I right? Am I right? Like you're feeling right about something, but number 15, we have the King of Diamonds. The letter, oh, it's a letter. A letter. The letter is a sign of good tidings when near, and when touching indicates unexpected good fortune. Yo, good shit is coming. We have a letter, so you might be receiving a message. You might have received a message in the mail, in your email, whatever. Information from someone that is significant to you. So now I'm going to bust out some tarot cards. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross. So this might be sort of long. Feel free to pause and go grab a cup of coffee or something. High Priestess, badass. Like this is the High Priestess is inner wisdom. She knows our shit. It's the occult. It's intuition, being divinely guided, the divine feminine. What's blocking it? Death. Death is blocking it. So for the first two cards of a Celtic Cross, we do them like this. This is the person who's having the reading done, the energy that they're in. And you could be anywhere in this reading. Like you might be a player that comes up later. This could be going on around you if it's not specifically about you, but death is ending something. This is the blocking card. So something needs to end. Maybe there has literally been an ending, and that has kind of rocked us to our core. And it's blocking this empowered feeling, this feeling of knowing, like maybe something is transpiring, or we've manifested something, or there's a situation that we're just certain about intuitively, but then a piece of it causes something to end, or something stops, or something ends, and we're like, whoa, hold on, I didn't like anticipate that aspect. Am I right? Like, was that, you know, it's something like that. All right, so subconscious, unknown things. What's the undercurrent here? Yeah. This is what you may not be aware of is the Magician. So you have created this. And here's the magic again. You might be mastering a new level. You could be kind of leveling up spiritually, which really means just you're on a never-ending fucking spiral. We all are, of mastery. But you could be leveling up, but there's something that you created that caused an ending. And you're like, well, fuck, I didn't expect that. Or you could be, because this is general, you could be contemplating like Does this need to end? I don't want to end it. Recent past, which would be like 3 months. Judgment. This is definitely leveling up. You may have leveled up and you're like, whoa, shit. Can I know less? I don't want to know this much because this new level is hard. But yeah, judgment is like, we judge ourselves. So over the past 3 months, maybe you have been assessing yourself, the part that you play in your life, your patterns. Maybe you've been working on like trauma patterns or something that you have that you recognize and you want to move differently. So here's what we have known. What is known, sort of what we're aiming for, what we're headed towards. The Emperor. You're getting all major arcana cards. Holy shit. Major arcana are like the first, 22 cards, but out of 78. So those are like big deal cards, big life lessons. What is known as the Emperor? We want to sit on our throne. Like the Emperor is it's the boss card. It's all El Jefe. The Emperor rules over people. He goes after what he wants. He's successful. She doesn't mean anything. We all have feminine and masculine in us, but yeah, it's like this feels to me right here, the position it's in and the card it is, this is our sovereignty. This is us being like, no, dude, I'm fucking like the dragon. Like you are the master of your own domain. You are sovereign, rise with dignity. This reading itself could be that letter, the message. Maybe it's the message that you want. It's number 15, if that means anything to you. This is also a king, emperor. The shepherd indicates an intense love of life and strong fellow feeling. And, this Emperor card, yes, we are sovereign and powerful, right? But there's a difference between power and force, and a good emperor leads for his people, right? All right, so what's coming in the future? This is like 3 months. Two cards came out. Nine of Pentacles, self-care, communing with the universe. That bird on her shoulder represents spirit, our guides, talking to our guides, knowing our worth, valuing ourselves, taking care of ourselves. She's kind of posh. I don't know why posh just came to mind. I never used that word. But, she's a bit of a diva. So coming up over the period of the next 3 months, we want to take care of ourselves. We want to know that we deserve to feel good. I'm thinking of like, plush materials, maybe we want to like splurge on a little something comfortable or nice for ourselves. Like if we're trying to manifest something bigger, maybe just get a little piece of luxury to make us feel good or feel better about ourselves. And then that came out with the Knight of Cups. So there's an offer coming in. The cups are emotional. This feels to me like an opportunity. It's an opportunity that we can feel good about. And this could be like a relationship opportunity. I often think of the Knights as dating cards. If you're in a relationship, it could mean like, that you kind of get into one of those, relationships go in cycles, and maybe this will be like an up cycle of like, like there it is, we've been in drudgery. But it could also just be a new way of feeling. I keep wanting to say level because I feel like there's a leveling up and it feels a little bit hard right now. Because the lessons are like sometimes sometimes spirituality is like I want to say like a zip popping, you know. And then you have the nice clear skin afterwards, or maybe it's a volcano. I don't know. Near future, immediate future. So this is like the next 2 weeks. 6 of Wands, yes. Acknowledge how far you've come. And I just took a really deep breath with that. So it's like, take a deep breath, acknowledge how far you've come. This guy is throwing a parade. Everybody's cheering him on. You could be getting some recognition. And he's not at the 10 yet. Like he still has further to go, but he's like, okay, but look what I did so far. I've gotten to the 6, right? So over the next couple of weeks, pat yourself on the back. This card is how others see you. 2 of Cups. Other people want to know you. This could be a relationship reading, but it doesn't have to. The only thing about this deck is in this deck, it really does look like only a love relationship. But, you know, these two could be meeting about a business opportunity. It's a very heartfelt connection. Sometimes we feel we do feel heartfelt connections to our best friends or sometimes even our coworkers, but it's relationship. Other people want to relate to you because you have a good heart. That's cool. Hopes and fears, something we're hopeful of, but afraid of at the same time. Ah, yes. Wow. 6 of Swords, moving forward, moving on, healing. We don't know what's coming next, right? Sometimes our past trauma and our past way of being is known. And so we're hitting unknowns here. He's on, you know, he's on a little canoe and he's moving forward, but he can't quite see where he's headed to. So we're both hopeful of and afraid of moving forward. And the death card is often we know that this like death is occurring, right? The death card is not really a shocker. All right, so we're going to get a final outcome card. Justice. Balance will be restored. Okay, this card is karmic. So you might be getting like whatever you lose will be replaced, whatever is dying, whatever and it won't be the same. It, you know, it doesn't have to be, but just know that what you are losing, that energetic space will be filled in by other things, right? But if you've put hard work into something, or if you have done things that have not been recognized, if you've taken on responsibility, if you've done healing work, the universe sees it, God sees it. So even if nobody else sees it, God sees it, right? Here, and I love that. Now I want to kind of look at the whole thing, because here, judgment, like you, and that was in the over the past 3 months, you might have been doing the self-evaluation. You could have even been too hard on yourself, which we can sometimes tend to do. That's why in the future, like that work was necessary, but now we're going to move on from it. And now we move on from it knowing our worth, especially since we've like worked so hard at looking at ourselves and doing the inner work. That's like this death card could just be sort of the death of an old version of you, you know, because a more masterful one. I mean, this High Priestess card, she's fucking powerful. You get the High Priestess, the dragon, the Emperor, the Magician, like You could have had a new relationship end. This is pretty specific, but you could have had a relationship that ended and maybe somebody new is trying to come in, and you're afraid to make that leap of faith, or you're doubting it. All right, I want to pick another one. Ooh, let's do a shadow card. And these are, I didn't memorize this one, so I might have to read the book. I mean, I'm gonna have to read the book. It's like you're tripping yourself up because of this ending. Yeah, like something's missing. That's what I just heard. Is something's missing. So, okay. Maybe you manifested something and a part of it isn't showing up. And you're like, well, did I do it right? But something else will show up, or that other thing will show up later. Rooted. Number 34. May you never fear, wait. May you never fear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. Rooted. Like, know your shit. You know this deep down. That's number 34. Now let me find it. 34. I need readers. Okay. We are often told to start with building intuition, which is undoubtedly true. Intuition, that's this High Priestess card. Never underestimate the power of working with the spirit. That's that 9 of Pentacles where she's talking to the bird, or she's got the bird on her shoulder that represents our guides and angels. You need to learn to ground the spiritual information into your physical life. And we are in Virgo. The sun is in Virgo and the full moon was in Pisces, and Pisces is very spiritual. Virgo is very earthy, to bring it down to like the barest minimum of qualities. But what that full moon was about was drawing spirit down into our earthy life. So maybe there is some sort of ritual, or maybe you need to be grateful and be grateful to like the universe. Have you remembered to thank spirit for the things that you have been brought? Okay. To be flighty is to connect to spirit, but to be rooted is to become a channel for spirit. Oh my gosh. You become a vessel that allows the divine intelligence to spread its wisdom here on earth. A more familiar word is manifestation. Being grounded is about being present and aware of how things make you feel. You have to feel into your body. You are being asked to dig in deeper. Maintaining deep roots is how you pull yourself from the darkness. It's easy to get ungrounded or to do your spiritual practice when things are going well. It's an entirely different ballgame when you feel defeated and broken. But the darkest parts of your journey are when you need to be rooted most. The real gift of spiritual commitment is found when you feel like your back is against the wall. Don't give up when times are hard. Instead, find nourishment below the surface. Find your connection to your true self, your ancestors, your guides, your trust, and your instincts. Your situation is not hard so that you can give up. It is a call to surrender to your practice. This message is amplified if you have also pulled ancestors or crystals nerves. Okay, so yes, we've experienced a loss of some kind. And when when things are going well, it's easy to remember to do our affirmations, or like to, if you pray or have a meditation practice or anything like that, connect with spirit. But when things are really hard, that's when it's the most important to keep doing that stuff. And that's the level of mastery. Maybe like there's some dark night of the soul stuff going on for you. There's one more I want to do. What is it? Here, we're going to do this. Oops. So we have numbers 52, 6, 34. Oh, I said 6. It's 15. 5 plus 1 is 6. So, and then 52 and 34 add up to 7. So those are numbers 5 and 7 might pop up for you. Discernment. Discernment is, I mean, that's wisdom. Maybe having the wisdom to know that things are going to work out, that this is for your highest good, for ask for the highest good for all. Using discernment to check yourself. This justice, and it's number 10. This justice card coming out is I mean, if you've been tripping up, if you've been fucking up, like the justice card is, it's like things, what goes around comes around. You're going to get yours. So just be mindful that if you've been cutting corners or not being in your integrity, that might catch up with you. But yeah, discernment. Don't get too out there. This rooted card made me think, I mean, some people who get into this stuff, it's like they're all out here. Like we came here to be on earth in our fucking bodies. So do that. Like imagine roots growing from your feet down into the earth and grounding into Mother Nature, into Gaia. Anyway, I got to get going. I hope you guys have a great day on this beautiful earth, and peace. Namaste.